All right, so you're getting ready for a crop production worker interview.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to walk in feeling really prepared.
Absolutely.
We've got you covered.
Yeah.
Today's deep dive uses a whole bunch of resources from RoleCatcher.
Mm-hmm.
We've got career guides,
Yep.
interview guides,
What?
even some insights into how their AI can help you really stand out.
Cool.
So think of this as your crash course to interview success.
I like it.
Okay, so first, let's paint a picture of what a crop production worker actually does.
Right.
The RoleCatcher Career Guide breaks it down.
Uh-huh.
And it's more than just planting and harvesting.
Right.
What are some of the less obvious responsibilities?
Well, you got to think about the big picture.
Okay.
You're responsible for the health and growth of those crops.
Right.
So that means you're monitoring for pests and diseases, or figuring out the right fertilizers and irrigation techniques, and you're even operating some pretty high-tech equipment these days.
Wow, so it's more than just sort of getting your hands dirty.
Oh, for sure.
The guide's example profile even mentions ensuring compliance with health and safety regulations.
Yeah.
It sounds like attention to detail is key.
Absolutely. Attention to detail is huge.
Okay.
And the career guide highlights that this job can actually lead to some pretty cool opportunities down the line.
Let's talk about career paths.
Okay.
Where can this role take you?
Well, you could climb the ladder,
Okay.
from entry level to senior crop production worker, taking on more and more responsibilities at each stage.
Okay.
The guide even mentions like branching out.
Oh, cool.
So maybe specializing in organic farming,
Okay.
or you could even get into the tech side with precision agriculture.
So you kind of start by learning the ropes,
Yeah,
and then you can really carve your own path in the industry.
exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of the matter.
Right.
Those interview questions.
Here we go.
The RoleCatcher guides give us 10 sample questions.
Okay.
Are you ready to tackle the first one?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. What experience do you have in crop production?
Okay.
Seems straightforward.
Yeah.
But what's the interviewer really trying to gauge with this question?
I think they want to see if you have a genuine interest in this field.
Oh.
And if you've actually gotten your hands dirty, like have you worked on a farm before, volunteered at a community garden?
Okay.
Even a school project could be relevant here.
So it's about showcasing your passion.
Yeah.
And any hands-on experience you have.
For sure.
Now, what's a potential trap to avoid
Okay.
when answering this question?
Don't oversell unrelated experiences.
Right.
Like working at cash register shows work ethic, but it won't impress a farm manager looking for crop-specific knowledge.
Right. You really want to show your knowledge of the industry.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what would a solid response sound like?
Okay, so let's say you helped your neighbor with their vegetable garden during the summers. You could say, while helping my neighbor with their garden, I learned about planting, watering, and harvesting different vegetables.
Okay.
I also gained experience with composting and identifying common garden pests.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about that response?
What's that?
It opens the door for some really interesting follow-up questions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What kind of follow-up questions could we get from that?
Well, the interviewer might ask, what was your favorite vegetable to grow?
Okay.
Or what was the most challenging aspect of gardening?
I like that.
Yeah.
It gives you a chance to really showcase your passion and knowledge.
Absolutely.
Okay, question number 2. How do you ensure the quality of crops?
Okay.
So what's the hidden message behind this one?
I think they're testing your knowledge of best practices.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand how to identify signs of disease or pests?
Okay.
Are you familiar with proper harvesting techniques?
So it's about showing them you understand what it takes to produce top-notch crops. What kind of answers should we avoid giving here?
Don't give vague answers.
Okay.
Like, I'd work hard to make sure the crops are good.
Right.
That doesn't tell them anything specific.
Okay.
Instead, mention your familiarity with testing methods,
Okay.
pest management,
Mm-hmm.
or crop rotation.
Right. Concrete examples are key.
For sure.
All right, let's craft a winning response for this question.
Okay, you could say, to ensure crop quality, I'd focus on regular monitoring for pests and diseases using integrated pest management techniques.
Okay.
I'd also make sure to follow proper irrigation and fertilization schedules based on the specific needs of each crop.
Ooh, that response shows, your stuff.
Yeah.
And I bet the interviewer might follow up with something like, can you give me an example of an integrated pest management technique you're familiar with?
Exactly, and that's your chance to dive even deeper into your knowledge.
Okay, ready for question number 3?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. Have you ever had to deal with crop disease or pests? If so, how did you handle the situation? Sounds like they're looking for problem-solving skills here.
Absolutely. They want to know how you react under pressure.
Right.
Did you panic or did you take charge and find a solution?
Okay.
This is where you can really showcase your resourcefulness.
What's a big mistake people make when answering this question?
Saying, "I've never encountered that," can make you seem inexperienced,
Oh, right.
even if you haven't dealt with a major outbreak.
Yeah.
Instead, talk about preventative measures you'd take
Okay.
or discuss a hypothetical situation.
Right. Show them you can think critically
Yeah,
and be proactive.
exactly.
All right, let's hear a sample response that would really impress the interviewer.
Okay, let's say you noticed aphids on your neighbor's rose bushes while helping out in their garden.
Okay.
You could say, "I noticed small insects on the roses and immediately identified them as aphids.
Hmm.
I researched natural aphid control methods and decided to use a diluted soap spray to treat the plants.
Okay.
I also make sure to check for ants, as they can sometimes protect aphids."
Wow, that's a great example of showing initiative and problem-solving skills.
Right.
Now imagine you're the interviewer.
Okay.
What kind of follow-up question might you ask after hearing that response?
I might ask, why did you choose a soap spray over other pest control methods?
Okay.
Or what are some other signs of aphid infestation you would look for?
Those are great follow-up questions.
Yeah,
That really test the depth of your knowledge.
for sure.
Okay, let's move on to question number 4.
All right.
Ready for this one?
Absolutely hit me with it.
Okay, here it is. What is your experience with irrigation systems?
Okay.
Sounds pretty straightforward, but what's the real purpose behind this question?
I think they want to know how comfortable you are with different irrigation techniques.
Okay.
Do you understand drip irrigation, sprinkler systems, flood irrigation?
Hmm.
Can you troubleshoot basic problems?
Okay.
This is your chance to showcase any specialized knowledge you have in this area.
So what's a big no-no when answering this question?
Yeah.
Don't just say, "I know how to water plants."
Right.
That's way too general.
Right.
Be specific about the types of irrigation systems you've used or researched,
Okay.
and explain why those systems were chosen for specific crops or conditions.
Specificity is key.
Exactly.
All right, let's brainstorm a strong response that showcases your irrigation expertise.
Okay, if you've used drip irrigation, you could say, "I have installed and maintained drip irrigation systems, ensuring proper water flow to each plant.
Okay.
I understand the benefits of drip irrigation for water conservation and reducing weed growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also adjusted drip systems to accommodate different soil types and plant needs."
No, that's a detailed response.
Yeah,
That shows you really know your irrigation systems.
right.
What kind of follow-up question could this trigger from the interviewer?
They might ask, what are the challenges of using drip irrigation in a windy area?
Okay.
Or how would you monitor and adjust a drip system to account for changes in weather conditions?
Right, 5 points.
Yeah.
Those follow-up questions really separate those who have superficial knowledge
Mm.
from those who truly understand the intricacies of irrigation.
Exactly. It's about showing them you can think critically and adapt to different situations.
All right, ready to tackle question number 5.
Let's do it.
Okay, here it is. How do you manage your time when working on a farm?
Okay.
Sounds like they're looking for someone who's organized and efficient.
Yeah. You gotta, farm work can be unpredictable.
Right.
And there's always a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
They need someone who can prioritize tasks, stay on schedule, and handle multiple responsibilities without getting overwhelmed.
So what kind of answer would send up a red flag for the interviewer?
Anything that suggests you're easily distracted
Okay.
or struggle with deadlines, avoid saying things like, "I sometimes procrastinate," or "I need constant reminders to stay on track."
Got it. So how can you showcase your organizational skills
Yeah.
and ability to manage your time effectively?
You could say something like this. "I start each day by creating a list of tasks, prioritizing them based on urgency and importance.
Okay.
I break down larger projects into smaller, manageable steps,
Mm-hmm.
and I always allow for some flexibility in my schedule to accommodate unexpected challenges.
Okay.
I also believe in clear communication with the team so everyone is aware of deadlines and any changes in plans."
That response shows a proactive and organized approach to work.
Exactly.
Now, what kind of follow-up question could the interviewer ask based on that answer?
They might ask, "Can you describe a time when you had to adjust your schedule due to an unexpected event?"
Okay.
Or how do you handle conflicting priorities or overlapping deadlines?
Those follow-up questions really test your ability to think on your feet
Uh-huh.
and adapt to changing circumstances.
For sure.
Okay, let's move on to question number 6.
Okay.
Ready for this one?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
What is your experience with harvesting equipment?
All right.
Sounds like they want to know if you're comfortable working with machinery.
Exactly. Farm work often involves operating various types of equipment, tractors,
Okay.
combines,
Yeah.
harvesters.
Okay.
They want to know if you have any experience with these machines
Mm.
and if you understand basic safety procedures.
What's a major pitfall to avoid when answering this question?
Don't exaggerate your experience.
Okay.
If you've only observed someone operating a tractor, don't claim to be an expert driver.
Right.
Honesty is key.
It's better to be upfront about your limitations
Yeah,
and express a willingness to learn.
for sure.
So what would a good response sound like if you have limited experience with harvesting equipment?
Yeah, you could say something like, I've assisted with basic maintenance tasks on a tractor and I'm familiar with pre-operation safety checks.
Okay.
I'm eager to learn more about operating different types of harvesting equipment, and I'm confident I can learn quickly.
That response shows both honesty
Yeah,
and a desire to learn.
right.
Now, what kind of follow-up question might the interviewer ask based on that answer?
They might ask, what specific types of harvesting equipment are you most interested in learning about?
Okay.
Or, what safety procedures are you familiar with regarding tractor operation?
Good questions.
Yeah.
They really give you a chance to demonstrate your knowledge
Hmm.
and enthusiasm for learning.
Absolutely. It's about showing them that you're eager to contribute and expand your skill set.
Okay, we've covered 6 interview questions so far.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to see a pattern here.
Uh-huh.
What's the key takeaway from these first few questions?
The interviewer is looking for more than just textbook answers.
Right.
They want to see your passion for agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
your problem-solving skills,
Uh,
your attention to detail,
uh-huh.
and your willingness to learn and adapt.
Absolutely. It's about showcasing your personality
Yeah.
and demonstrating that you're the right fit for their team.
Exactly.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can give you a significant advantage in this process.
Oh, that's right. We haven't even touched on that yet.
How can RoleCatcher's AI help you nail these interview questions?
Okay, imagine this. You input the specific job description you're applying for into RoleCatcher.
Okay.
The AI analyzes the keywords and phrases
Uh-huh.
and then provides you with tailored suggestions for your interview responses.
So it's like having a personal interview coach
Yeah,
who knows exactly what that employer is looking for.
exactly. It can help you highlight the skills and experiences that are most relevant to that specific role,
Yeah.
giving you a competitive edge.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick pause here. And when we come back, we'll dive into the next set of interview questions
Right.
and explore how RoleCatcher's AI can help you shine even brighter.
Sounds good. Yeah, it really is like having a secret weapon.
Okay, so let's get back to those questions.
Right.
We've got a few more gems from the RoleCatcher guides to uncover.
Okay.
Ready to tackle number 7.
Absolutely. Lay it on me.
All right, here we go. How do you ensure the safety of yourself and others when working on a farm? This one's all about demonstrating a commitment to a safe work environment, right?
You hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
Farm work can be hazardous,
Right.
so they need to know that safety is a top priority to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about protecting yourself.
Right.
It's about looking out for your team as well.
Okay, so what's a surefire way to mess up this answer?
Oh.
What should candidates avoid saying?
Downplaying the importance of safety is a major red flag. Avoid responses like, I'm careful, or accidents happen.
Right.
Those answers make it seem like you're not taking safety seriously enough.
Yeah, you want to show them you're proactive and knowledgeable about safety measures.
For sure.
What would a strong response sound like?
Okay, how about this? I always prioritize safety by wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves, safety glasses, and steel-toed boots.
Okay.
I'm also diligent about following all safety guidelines and procedures, and I'm always alert to potential hazards. I believe that clear communication among the team is crucial for preventing accidents.
That response really emphasizes a strong safety mindset.
Yeah.
And it shows you're a team player.
Right.
What kind of follow-up question could this lead to?
The interviewer might ask, can you describe a specific safety procedure you're familiar with?
Okay.
Or what would you do if you observed a coworker engaging in unsafe practices?
Great points.
Yeah.
They want to see if you can not only follow the rules, but also advocate for safety in the workplace.
For sure.
Okay, on to question number 8.
All right.
Ready for this one?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
How do you deal with unexpected weather conditions that affect crops?
Okay.
This one feels particularly relevant given how unpredictable weather can be these days.
Yeah, weather is a constant variable in agriculture,
Right.
and it can change in an instant.
Yeah.
They're looking for someone who can think on their feet,
Okay.
adapt to challenges, and protect the crops from sudden storms, heat waves, or frosts.
What's a big mistake people make when answering this question?
Acting like weather is something you can't control, saying there's nothing you can do,
Yeah.
shows a lack of resourcefulness and problem-solving skills.
Right. It's all about finding solutions
Yeah,
and minimizing damage.
exactly.
What's a solid example of a good response?
Okay, let's imagine a scenario where there's a sudden hailstorm, you could say. If a hailstorm was approaching, I would immediately seek shelter and alert the team. If possible, I would help cover vulnerable crops with protective netting or tarps to minimize damage. After the storm, I would assess the extent of the damage and assist with any necessary cleanup or repairs.
That's a very proactive and responsible response. It
Yeah.
shows you're not just going to stand there and watch the crops get destroyed.
Right.
You're taking action.
For sure.
What kind of follow-up question could this generate?
The interviewer might ask, what other weather-related challenges have you encountered, and how did you adapt your approach?
Okay.
Or how do you stay informed about weather forecasts and potential risks?
Great follow-up questions.
Yeah.
They really delve into your experience and your awareness of weather's impact on farming.
Exactly.
Okay, on to question number 9.
Okay.
Ready for this one?
Bring it on.
All right. How do you stay up to date with advancements in crop production technology? This one is all about showcasing that you're a lifelong learner who embraces innovation.
Yeah, technology is transforming the agricultural industry at an incredible pace.
Right.
They want to see if you're curious about these advancements and if you actively seek to learn and implement new techniques.
What's a major faux pas when answering this question? What should people definitely avoid saying?
Saying, I'm not really interested in technology,
Oh.
or I prefer to do things the old-fashioned way,
Right.
will make you seem resistant to progress,
Yeah.
which is not a good look in a field that's constantly evolving.
Right. Showing a willingness to embrace new technology is crucial in this field.
Absolutely.
What's a sample response that would highlight tech savviness?
You could say, I regularly read industry publications and attend webinars to stay informed about the latest advancements in crop production technology. I'm particularly interested in precision farming techniques and the use of drones for crop monitoring. I believe these technologies can significantly improve efficiency and sustainability in agriculture.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
It showcases both your awareness and your enthusiasm for technological advancements.
Right.
Now put yourself in the interviewer's shoes.
Okay.
What kind of follow-up question might you ask?
I might ask, can you describe a specific technology you've learned about recently and how you think it could be applied to our farm?
Okay.
Or what are some challenges you foresee with implementing new technologies in agriculture?
Excellent follow-up questions.
Yeah.
They really gauge the depth of your understanding and your ability to think critically about the role of technology in farming.
For sure.
All right, ready for question number 10.
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Okay, here it is. What is your experience managing a team of crop production workers?
Okay.
It's like they're looking for leadership qualities.
That's right. Even if you haven't had a formal management title, they want to know if you have experience delegating tasks,
Okay.
motivating others, or resolving conflicts.
What should candidates steer clear of when answering this question?
Don't come across as bossy or micromanaging.
Okay.
Avoid responses like, I'm always telling people what to do, or I have to make sure everything is done perfectly.
Got it. So how can you highlight your leadership skills
Okay.
without sounding like a control freak?
Okay. Let's say you led a group project in school
Okay.
or organized a volunteer event. You could say, while leading a group project in school, I learned the importance of clear communication, delegating tasks based on individual strengths, and fostering a positive and collaborative work environment. I believe in empowering team members, providing constructive feedback, and recognizing individual contributions.
That's a fantastic response.
Yeah.
It highlights your leadership qualities without sounding domineering.
Right.
What kind of follow-up question could stem from this example?
They might ask, can you describe a situation where you had to resolve a conflict within your team?
Right.
Or how do you motivate team members who are struggling to meet their goals?
Great follow-up questions.
Yeah.
They really dive into the complexities of leadership and teamwork.
Absolutely.
So we've gone through 10 interview questions from the RoleCatcher guides.
Yeah.
And I have to say, this has been incredibly insightful.
I agree. These questions really help you think deeply about your skills and experiences and prepare you for a successful interview.
And don't forget the power of RoleCatcher's AI.
Oh, yeah.
It can analyze those job descriptions and help you tailor your responses to perfectly match what the employer is looking for.
Exactly. It's like having a personalized cheat sheet for each interview, helping you stand out from the crowd.
Okay, before we wrap up this segment,
All right.
let's take a moment to talk about the pros and cons section of the RoleCatcher Career Guide. It mentions some of the challenges of being a crop production worker.
Right.
Physically demanding work, exposure to the elements, sometimes long hours.
Those are important considerations.
Right.
This is a job that requires physical stamina and a willingness to work outdoors in all kinds of conditions.
Right. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But for those who are passionate about agriculture and enjoy a hands-on approach.
For sure.
It can be a truly rewarding career path.
Absolutely. And remember, the career guide also highlights the incredible rewards.
Like what?
The satisfaction of working with nature, the sense of accomplishment from producing food, and the opportunity to contribute to a vital industry.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
But there's one more crucial aspect we need to explore.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI and how it can be your secret weapon in landing that dream job.
I'm excited to dive into that.
We'll unpack all of that in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
So stay tuned for the grand finale. We've explored the world of crop production workers.
Yeah.
We've dissected those interview questions. And now it's time to talk tech.
Right.
Specifically, how RoleCatcher's AI can give you a real advantage in your job search.
Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay.
Remember all those practice questions we covered?
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's AI doesn't just throw generic advice at you.
It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
No, exactly.
Right.
The magic happens when you input the specific job description you're applying for.
Okay.
The AI analyzes it, picks out keywords and phrases, and then suggests how to tailor your answers to hit those key points.
So it's like having a custom-made cheat sheet for each interview.
Right.
Highlighting exactly what that employer is looking for.
Precisely.
Okay.
Let's say the job description emphasizes experience with organic pest control.
Okay.
When you're prepping your answer about handling crop diseases, the AI will flag that as a must mention.
Okay.
Ensuring your response aligns perfectly with what they want to hear.
So it's not just about giving a good answer.
Right.
It's about giving the right answer.
Yeah.
For that specific job.
Exactly. And it's not just for interviews.
Oh, really?
RoleCatcher's AI can help you even before you get to that stage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Imagine uploading your CV. The AI compares it to the job description.
Okay.
Spotting any gaps or areas you could strengthen.
So it's like having an expert recruiter.
Yeah.
Giving you personalized feedback on your application.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It might suggest adding keywords related to specific farming techniques or technologies they're looking for.
Right.
It's like having a CV writer who knows the secret code to getting noticed.
Now that's impressive.
Yeah.
But here's a question.
Okay.
Can this AI help you actually connect with potential employers?
You bet.
Oh, wow.
RoleCatcher has a feature where employers can search for candidates based on skills and experience.
Okay.
If you've got a strong profile, they might come knocking on your door.
Wow. So it's like flipping the script on the traditional job search.
Right.
Instead of chasing opportunities, you're attracting them.
Exactly. It's a game changer.
Right.
Especially in a competitive field like agriculture.
Okay.
But even with all this amazing tech, it's crucial to remember one thing.
Don't get me wrong. This all sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
But is there a downside to relying so heavily on AI?
That's a valid concern.
Right.
While RoleCatcher's AI can boost your chances,
it can't replace your own hard work and passion.
Okay.
It's a tool to enhance your skills.
Yeah.
Not a magic bullet.
You still need to put in the effort.
For sure.
Research the company.
Yeah.
Practice those interview skills. And let your genuine enthusiasm shine through.
Exactly. The AI helps you refine your approach.
Okay.
But your drive and dedication are what will ultimately land you the job and thrive in your career.
So what does all this mean for you, the aspiring crop production worker?
It means you have an incredible resource at your disposal.
Right.
Use RoleCatcher to tailor your applications.
Okay.
Practice your interview responses and even get noticed by employers.
So it's like having a team of career coaches and recruiters in your pocket.
Exactly.
But as we've discussed, AI is just one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Your passion, your hard work, and that drive to learn and grow,
Right.
that's what will make you truly stand out.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So there you have it, our deep dive into becoming a crop production worker.
Yeah.
We've explored the job,
Uh-huh.
the interview process,
Right.
and even the tech that can help you succeed
It's been a good one.
as you embark on your job hunt. Remember this,
Okay.
the agricultural industry is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
How can you be a part of that change? How can you help shape the future of farming?
Good question.
Good luck with your interviews.
Thank you.
And may your harvest be abundant